the We Love Wrestling spot. We Love Wrestling Reviews. I'm Terry Trey D. I'm with Maddie from Top Rope Squishy. Maddie, say what's up to the people.
Hello, people. We are back. We're back.
We're back again. It's been a while. So this time we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do our Mission Pro review. We're gonna go through that kind of quick, not real, but just a quick summary. Then we're gonna talk about just a little bit because it hasn't came out yet. Battle Club Pro.
Right.
But to start off with Mission Pro, you know how Maddie do it. She done wrote the matches down. She gonna say the matches. She probably gonna talk on. I'm gonna say a tad bit on them, but we gonna spotlight Maddie this time around. You feel me? Maddie, you ready to get down? So, hey Maddie, let's kick it off.
Let's do this. So there were 8 matches in total, but the first match was a men's match, and I didn't really write it down. So one of the guys was from Mission Pro's Dog Pound Dojo school, and he didn't win, but it was an okay match. You know, I'm there for the ladies though, and so the first ladies match was Kenzie Page versus Danny Moe.
Shout out to Kenzie Page and Danny Moe. Kenzie Page coming back. You know, she took a little time off. And Danny Moe, you know, if you don't know her, she be out here teaming with Fakad, I think his name is, and they the Neon Blondes maybe. But hey, I like this match though.
Yeah, this match was good. It was a good opener. Danny Moe was the winner, but they left it all in the ring. It was definitely a back and forth. These girls were tagging each other up as they always do at Mission Pro. But Danny Moe ended up getting the victory over Kenzie Page. So
every time I see Danny Moe, she's improving. So, you know, I like what she did. You know, a lot of people don't debut at Mission Pro and get the win.
That's right.
And I believe Kenzie Page has been at Mission Pro before, or either was supposed to be at Mission Pro. Oh, she had.
She's been there once before, I believe.
But Danny Moe, shout out to you getting that debut and that win.
Congrats. The next match I was waiting for. It was Dulce Tormenta and Maddie Rakowski versus the Renegade Twins.
If y'all didn't watch or listen to Women on Wednesday last Wednesday when we had War, Jasmine Allure, and the Renegade Twins, I mean, the Renegade Twins told you what it was going to be. It was going to be a brawl. And
they don't give a shit. They took it outside, and got a double disqualification. So no winners here.
It was. But let me say just the fire that was there, and you knew it was going to be there because everything that went down. You know, I loved every second of it. Even got the crowd, the crowd got involved and held the Renegades down and clapped them there. Renegades tried to go at Maddie at one point in the match and hit each other, slapped each other. And, you know what I'm saying? Dulce Tormenta, you know, she was doing her thing. I love. And the crazy part, when they got the double DQ and they was fighting outside and everything, Sam, I heard you. At first you said the Renegade Twins won. And I was like, whoa, this reminded me of the show that me, Matt, we was all at. And changed it to a double DQ. And I was like, okay. But at first I was like, deja vu, wait a minute. But she cleaned it up.
I was like, they won? Wait a minute. Because there was somebody out of each team out the ring. So that was weird. But I'm glad they cleaned it up. That's right. That's right. They were all out.
They was all fighting and everything. And when she said it, I was like, oh, but, you know, she cleaned it up. So, Sam, shout out to you. You know, so let's go.
Yeah, that was a great match. Renegade Twins. Props to the Renegade Twins. The next match was Two Skies. We had Zoe Sky, who was making her Mission Pro debut, and Sky Blue, who is one of my favorite indie wrestlers. So Sky Blue got the win, of course, with a bridge pin. She just gets better every freaking match. I love Sky Blue. She got that cute little face. You think she's all like nice and sweet, and she kicks your ass in the ring.
Hey, Sky Blue is like family, you know. We rep Sky Blue, you know. see Sky Blue all the time, but Zoe Sky, don't sleep on her. You know, I've seen Zoe Sky live a few times, and she's an acrobatic. I like that. So her and Sky Blue going up against each other, it was a great match for me. The back and forth, but you know, Sky Blue winning that match. You know what I'm saying? Let's go Sky Blue,
I
Midwest,
expected
baby.
her to win.
Well, they
So
both from the Midwest, but let's go Midwest.
let's go Midwest. The next match, both of these ladies were debuting. So it was Gigi Ray versus Lady Bird Monroe, and Gigi Ray won in an upset win because most people were thinking that Lady Bird Monroe was going to take it. She was obviously the more dominant, I think, in the ring of the two, and I definitely had her to win. So when Gigi Ray won, it was kind of like, oh shit, like what happened there? But that's the way it went. It was a great match.
You had Lady Monroe to win?
I did. I was checking their styles, and I'm like, Lady Bird Monroe got some moves, and she was a crowd favorite. People were really cheering her on. And I'm like, oh yeah, she gonna take that shit, and she didn't. But it was still a really good match. Really good match. There's a lot of back and forth, and these women came dressed. They were dressed in the same color, like they would both have red outfits, red wrestling gears, and you know. But don't get it twisted. Those cute gears, they went in. It went in. This match was pretty impressive. Both debuted.
Right, so I want to make sure before we go on that I give the proper credit to this person, because let's see, they had a seminar earlier in the day with Thunder Rosa, and I believe Lady Monroe was picked at the seminar to be on the show. So I'm just trying to look that up to find out, because if so, that means she went to Thunder Rosa's seminar early in the day, and then after the seminar, you know, they told her, "Hey, you're gonna be in the ring." Gigi Ray getting the W as they put on an impressive match. I can't find it, but I do believe that Lady Monroe was the one who they picked.
I don't think you're wrong. I believe I heard the commentators say that when I was watching it on Title Match. So I think you're right.
And sorry, commentators, but shout out to the commentators. Joe Golly, if you don't know who Joe Golly is, 6:05 p.m. Tuesdays. There's a show called Power that he's on, and Brittany Halton. What's up, Brittany? We see you out there. Hey, but yeah,
doing her thing. So the next match. See, the next three matches, they were like my top three because it was just one after the other. It was Thunder Rosa versus Janai Kai, who was debuting.
Before we do that, because you know how I'm a Janai Kai fan, but they both were picked from the seminar earlier. So shout out to both of them in the last match. Both paid for the seminar with Thunder Rosa and then got onto the Mission Pro show. Great match. Can't wait to see more from y'all. Keep going. All right. But hold on. Before you talk about it, let me just say this.
Say what you got to say.
Janai Kai and Thunder Rosa. Maddie, what did I text you about this match?
You basically were like, did you see this yet? And I was like, oh, if he's asking me about it, then this shit was hot. So
the rise of Kai will be televised, but go ahead.
Listen, I've seen both of these ladies wrestle. I had not seen Janai Kai live, unfortunately, yet. But I've seen her, you know, on her matches and title match on YouTube. And I knew she was going to bring some fire. And she's going up against Thunder, who has an MMA background on top of everything else. So you have a martial artist and a martial artist basically going up against each other in a wrestling ring. It was going to be fire, and it was.
A black belt.
A black belt, yes. Janai Kai is a black belt. Yes. Props where props are due. It was her debut, but I don't think it'll be the last we'll see of her at Mission Pro, because she definitely left an impression. People did not react when she first came in because they looked like they didn't really know about her. But when she was leaving, the crowd was definitely paying attention.
Yo, so hey, man,
amazing match, amazing.
Funny story. So you know, it was a show going on talking about Battle Club. So I won't put the match out there, but Janai Kai was wanted for the Battle Club show July 31st also. But she had already committed to Mission Pro. But let me just tell you, when I saw the match announcement, I knew it was going to be fire. The match lived up to expectations. I knew Texas because it was her Texas debut. Texas didn't know Janai Kai. But after Saturday, Janai Kai has been out here making debuts, you know what I'm saying? Even with Yo Kai, you know, Yo-Ya, they've been doing their thing. But after she leaves places, they know her and she keeps just rising. I expect big things from her. Shout out to her yellow outfit, you know, little Bruce Lee inspired, if you didn't know. But
love it. She's amazing. She wrestles with no shoes on.
Janai,
who else you see doing that?
Janai, you already know the rise of Kai will be televised. So I've been a fan. First time I seen her, I was a fan. So I was just happy this match happened. Debut at Mission Pro against Thunder Rosa. Didn't get the win, but got the respect of the people. Did you, Maddie, see that after the match interview?
I didn't.
Okay, so you said you don't expect this to be the last time you see her.
No.
So if you're watching the YouTube, you will see this clip that's in here. But if you're listening on the podcast, Janai Kai did an interview after the show. As she finished up the interview, the Mission Pro champion, La Rosa Negra, came in, drinking water, looked at her up and down, nodded in approval, and then just walked away. But it was like the champion came and gave Janai that respect because, you know, she saw what she did out there at Thunder Rosa. And that right there just summed it up for me. Like, if you following Mission Pro and you saw that interview and you see Janai Kai get that nod from La Rosa Negra, then you like, oh, she just set it off. So shout out to Kai, man. Killer Kai, the kick demon. If you don't know the story behind the kick demon and how that happened, you may be able to go onto Twitter and find it, but I saw what it means, and shout out to the kick demon.
Shout out to the kick demon, and kick indeed did she, because Thunder took that shit like a champ, basically. And she kicked the shit out of Thunder. It was great. It was great.
Hey,
I love Thunder.
Updated version, people. I need to see it. I've seen some back in the day, but Janai Kai versus Sky Blue, I need to see it somewhere. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, make that available. I want to see that too. The next one. So I had a feeling I knew who was going to win because we had kind of like discussed the future of Mission Pro's belt. And it was Jasmine Allure versus Genocide versus Vert Vixen. And it was...
Who you thought was going to win?
Jasmine.
Did you?
Sure. Yes, because... See, here was my thing. I was thinking, the next match is the main event, Holly Dead versus La Rosa Negra. And I'm like, if Holly Dead were to get the belt, then I wouldn't have thought Jasmine Allure. But I'm here thinking, they've been building Jasmine Allure up. Now she has a faction. What is next for her?
Building. Hold on. You know, I can't be out here fronting nothing, but Jasmine has now
2 years.
Two victories.
Two victories.
Pro. Yeah.
2 victories, yes.
I'll say this about the match. I dig the match. For whatever reason, you know, car subject to change. It happened to be a triple threat match. But I won't lie to you. When I saw it was a triple threat match, I was like, okay, it's going to go different. But like I said before, if you listen to us on War, you know what I'm saying? Everything was talking. It will be a likely pick to have Jasmine be the next person to go up for that belt.
Right. And she is the next person up.
And she's the number 1 contender. But shout out to War.
War.
And Vert Vixen, you know what I'm saying? She was out here doing her thing, but Vert Vixen been out here doing her thing. Expect more from her. Yeah. Genocide.
Amazing. Always love Genocide. She did a back suplex with both ladies. Yes. I don't have muscles, but yes.
Amazing.
Amazing. I just love Genocide in the ring, and all three ladies, they really did their thing.
And you know, still, if they didn't have this tournament, don't forget, if they didn't have this tournament, Genocide was still my #1 contender without this without the little tournament they had. But because she lost the triple threat match, who took the pin again?
Jasmine pinned Genocide.
See, so
she stole it basically. Like she snuck up in there after Vert Vixen did a move, and she kind of like she grabbed her trunks. Like you're not supposed to do that, but she grabbed the back of her trunks to hold her down. She basically sat on her so she couldn't get out of it. So
see, that sets up future storylines. But you know, I still, before going into that, you know, without a tournament, Genocide was my #1 contender. But Jasmine's there; she is the rightful #1 contender right now. And Allure deserves better. Allure is getting more, and Allure is the #1 contender. But let's talk about this next one.
This was the main event, and everybody knows that when La Rosa Negra steps into the ring, you're gonna have fire. And then who was she up against? Fucking Holidead? Are you kidding me? Yo, when I saw that match card for this particular Mission Pro, and I saw that the main event was gonna be La Rosa Negra versus Holidead, I was like, why can't I be there in person? You know, but unfortunately, there was two things going on Saturday. So La Rosa Negra retained, but don't get it twisted. Holidead worked her to death. Jesus. Amazing match.
Hey. Y'all better quit sleeping on Holidead, yo. Y'all better put some respect on Holidead's name. She out here. She doing her thing. What she say? Bangers only?
Bangers only.
We've been saying that, yo, bangers only. Banger alert. You know, if I could find a way to put that in the videos when I was doing it, be like, this your banger alert. You know what I'm saying? Just so you know. But her and Laura, I mean, what did you like? You saw the match graphic. Did you not expect? I mean, anybody watching, did you not expect for these two to put on a hell of a match?
No.
I mean, did you not expect for this to be like one of the top matches out there? Y'all need to talk about this match more. I feel like I need to clip it up so people can see it. But yeah,
look, I've seen people go hard in the indies, but every time I've seen Holidead in the ring, and every time I've seen La Rosa Negra in the ring, they've only ever delivered amazing matches. And so to see them together, you knew it was going to be fire. They absolutely delivered. It was hard hitting as hell. It was thrown here. People were getting thrown, suplex, everything. And they were tired. And let's mention how hot it was over there. That's one thing that the commentators kept mentioning, that it was like about 100 degrees inside the brewery where they were doing these matches. So these women, they're wrestling in very high heat. And just by watching them, you can't really tell that they were going through that because they deliver 100%.
Yo, some of these places in Texas, if y'all ain't been down to a Mission Pro show, it is hot as hell down there. But these ladies go out there and they do their thing in the heat, and it's like you don't even know it. So shout out to them. Especially, it was a new venue.
Yes.
It was like a brewery, so you know they just had the garage up, and I've been to events and places like that, so I just knew that it was gonna be hot. But shout out to La Rosa Negra and Steel Mission Pro. And still Mission Pro heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
La Rosa Negra, the Black Rose.
Yep, La Rosa Negra doing her thing. One of my favorite matches.
The Abuser, if you don't know, because she's been hashtagging and putting that in, The Abuser. So gotta put that out there. No disrespect. Jasmine, you versus La Rosa Negra.
Ooh, I can't even comment on that one. I don't even know, because you know she got her own faction. So imagine.
Don't sleep
and
on
she
Negra, though.
For Jasmine's, don't sleep on her.
If y'all listen to that that spotlight we did with them, though, I told y'all what they can do if La Rosa Negra was to become if Jasmine won to become the number one contender and La Rosa Negra remained the champion. So, hey. Oh, but Maddie, okay. So that was Mission Pro. Shout out to Mission Pro. Next show is August 14th, Greensboro, North Carolina at the Greensboro Taco Festival. They just announced that you got Savannah Evans, you got the Renegade Twins, you got Karen Tran, you got, of course, Thunder Rosa will be there, Kenzie Page, The Wold, Danny Jordan. Shout out to Danny Jordan.
Shout out to Danny Jordan.
I feel like I'm a big Danny Jordan fan, and no one knows it yet, but I like what she do.
I hear you something. Danny Jordan.
Her and Savannah Evans been having a series of matches that people don't know in their area that's real tight. And then at August 14th, the next week, back in San Antonio, they doing a Salvation Army show, Shoot to Thrill.
Yep.
And it's August 20th. They are accepting sponsors. If you're in the San Antonio area, be at the show or be at a Salvation Army. Go to www.missionpro.net.
Yep.
If it's on, it's always streaming on the Title Match Network. That's where I'll be watching it. Because if you know, we'll be outside August 20th through the 22nd. Maddie, this last weekend though, Mission Pro happened, but you got introduced to a company that's in the New York area, a company that we talked to last time. You know, they had their last show May 29th, and y'all know what we did. We did the whole series with them, you know, Battle Club Pro. So, Maddie, just give me a summary of what you think about, because I wasn't able to go due to some issues that happened, but people have told me about it. So, to everybody that was on the show, all the talent, I do apologize to Jobber Tears and Joaquin Battle Club Pro. Great show. I heard great things about what you did. One more thing, to all the sponsors and the podcasters and everybody who's there, all the fans that was there and made the show incredible, that people were talking about it. Keep doing that. Battle Club, you know what I'm saying? I know what you're doing. Shout out to Jobber. Again, shout out to Jobber Tears. You know, they put the card together. They worked all that. I will say shout out to Savannah Evans and Darius Carter. The match they put on ourselves at We Love Wrestling and Black Wrestling Podcast sponsored that match. And she was able to bring the PWX Pure title. Go listen to her spotlight we did. I literally asked that question to her, like, can you bring the Pure Championship? And she was like, I'll talk to him. Well, it may be in the spotlight. That may have been after the spotlight, but I did ask that question and she was able to bring the championship. So I feel like I made that happen.
You did.
I don't care what nobody say, but Maddie, tell me how you feel about the show.
Yo, I can't say enough good things about it. This was my first Top Row Squishy sponsorship, and thank you, Trey, for putting me on. It was in Brooklyn, and it was so much of our people. I just was so full of culture. It was beautiful, and everybody that was there, every single wrestler that wrestled, put on 150% in their match. Every single one. I'm talking about from Casey Navarro and Saeed, who got it started, to the end, Big Swole and Tasha Steeles, who ended it. And big ups to Swole, who is now the champ. Yo, I had no voice on Sunday because of all the shouting and screaming I did. I fell in love with so many new indie wrestlers that I had not seen before. My favorite match of the night was Main Event versus Sea Stars. Hands fucking, and let me tell you, that's hard to say because every goddamn match was amazing. But what they put together, the Sea Stars versus Main Event, I was just like, They started it with the hula hoop. C-Stars hadn't even gotten in the ring. I'm just gonna give you this one little tidbit because I know it hasn't been released yet. But Lion went through the hula hoop through the middle of the ring and landed on C-Stars. That's how this match started. So yeah, and of course, everybody, if you've been on Instagram, you already know that Main Event are the new tag champions for Mission Pro Wrestling. So big up to Main Event, Midas and Lion. I got to talk to Midas for like 30, 40 minutes before the show started. And I really like this dude. I like what they're doing. Great head on their shoulders. I see them doing big things. But yeah, I can't complain. I definitely want to go to the next Mission Pro. I mean, the next Battle Club Pro show, because that show was just holy hell. I can't say enough good things. 10 out of 10.
Battle Club been going for a while. You know, a lot of people that's in the companies now have came through Battle Club Pro and been on their shows. Man,
it was great. You were missed, but I got to meet other podcasters too, and it was just a great event. It was good.
I mean, it's in New York. I'm in the mid. Don't nobody know me.
Because people know you. Yeah. Well, the wrestlers that were there know you. I was like, hey, I'm Maddie from Top Row Squishy. They were like, I'm like, oh, I do interviews with We Love Wrestling. Like, oh, okay. We Love Wrestling. Okay, we know. When your name was announced in the sponsorship, people were like, oh, yeah. So people know you. Don't even try it.
It was like, dang, We Love Wrestling ain't here, though.
Now, a lot of people were like, where's We Love Wrestling? I'm like, I had told a few people, I'm like, he couldn't make it. He's a sponsor. He's sponsor, but he couldn't make it. So I'm sorry you missed it. I really am sorry you missed it, because this was one show. Mr. Grimm. Jesus. I just can't. There was just so much talent.
Shout out to everybody on the show. Shout out to all the talent on the show.
Amazing.
It was 100% in my head, in my mind, to make it to go on the show. Like a month before, like Maddie said, I linked her. So, because, you know, we love wrestling, but, you know, everybody do their own thing. So you bring your people up. So, you know, she got on as a sponsor with Top Row Squishy. Shout out to that. So, I mean, don't get it twisted. We ain't sponsoring everything. We sponsor certain things, and it has to be logical. I really don't like sponsoring things with We Love Wrestling where I couldn't be there, but I planned to be there a couple days before. Some stuff had happened. I still tried to make it happen, but just when it got down to the wire, it couldn't happen. So yeah, I'm not a New York show type, come out there and do it. But I feel like I owe Battle Club a show, and I owe some people a show. So the wrestlers that was at the show, if I didn't see you, trust I will pop up on you somewhere, because, you know, I'll be outside. So I will pop up on you at a show on you, and we'll break bread and show love.
Awesome.
So the matches I heard about, and I've seen clips, like I've seen that clip of then with the hula hoop jumping out the ring. I seen some Shane Taylor and Prolific. I seen
that was good.
Shane Taylor Promotions and Prolific. I seen I heard about Trisha Dora versus Trevor Eon.
Yes.
You know we talked to them. You know those are people.
Yes.
You know what I'm
saying? Trevor Eon's gear is fantastic. I love it.
I seen some of the Masha versus Steve Penny. Shout out Masha Sam. If y'all don't know, Masha is like a beast out here. So shout out. Everybody's gonna be at the show. I really wanted to see Masha out there. You know what I'm saying? Because
the Russian Dynamite.
Hey, she does her thing.
She is sick. She was sick. I can't. I'll give it all away. Y'all gotta watch it when it comes out on title match. That's amazing. She went up against Pena.
So it should be on title match next week at some point. You'll probably get an announcement, but that's why we're not doing a full review on it. We just talking about it a little bit beforehand. Who else? Who else was on that card? Swole and Tasha Steele. Hey.
Yeah.
Y'all knew how I was about that match before it happened, so you know it's whatever. Mysterious Q and Mick Drake.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Yaya and O'Shea Edwards. O'Shea Edwards, though.
Hey, for Yaya, you know yeah. Yeah.
I liked Yaya. He surprised me. I didn't think he was gonna pull all that out of his pocket, but he did. Yo,
don't let it fool. Yaya has a #1 contendership for the franchise championship in his back pocket. He won at the last Battle Club show, and Yaya is not nobody to play with. So y'all better look out for Yaya. Oh, and the 4-way tag team.
Ooh, that was my second favorite. Ooh, it was the Rep. NYWK, which I can't remember what the actual name is.
We know what I mean. Go ahead, keep going.
And Mr. Grimm and Aaron Ash versus Grit. So it was 4-way tag, and let me explain to you. There was a lot of big men in there doing a lot of crazy shit.
Shout out to Grimm, Montana Black, the Rep, all y'all, man. Shout out to what y'all was doing.
It was amazing.
If you're listening to this, so it's Friday. We don't put this out for y'all. No, it's Saturday. We put this out for y'all.
And shout out to Savannah and Darius Carter. Darius Carter. Great heel. Love him as a heel. He literally was just throwing sweat on people when he was walking by. He was just like, I loved him. I loved him. Old school heel. Loved him. 10 out of 10. 100 out of 10 for me. Win.
Hey, Darius. Told you it was 337 last year. You're going way up. I love the way he healed, too. I heard about what you did to Savannah, though, Darius.
Yeah.
You know Savannah, Savannah, my people. But as a heel, shout out to you, but you can't be doing the cannibal like that, man. We gonna have to. Nah, we ain't gonna jump them, but keep doing your heel thing. Yeah. So, Maddie, let them know how to get to you, because if y'all come next week, we'll be talking to Grimm, but we're gonna end this off right now. So, Maddie, tell them your social.
Follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Top Rope Squishy, and my YouTube is the same, Top Rope Squishy. Check out the links. I have merch, people. Get you some merch.
She got merch. Check out the links in the bottom. We LUB Wrestling, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. We own Pro Wrestling Tees. They got a sale going on. We LUB Wrestling 1 on Twitter. Everything, the hand movement. We out of here. Mission Pro, Battle Club Pro, the pros.
The pros.
You know what I'm saying? So we love Wrestling Pro, Top Squishy, Top Rope Squishy Pro. Hey. So, you know, thank y'all for listening.
We love wrestling.
More spotlights next week, you know what I'm saying? So you know how, like I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then
we love wrestling.
Hey, it's too sweet for the coaching.